Hello there, and welcome back to Skyrim. It's been a while, and also this stream is 40 minutes late, but fuck it, I do what I want. And that's actually going to be the kickoff for... Oh right. I forgot this happened. I'm gonna have to deal with that in a moment. Yeah, for whatever reason, several of the college mages are aggroed to me. But anyway, yeah, so I'll sort that out in a moment. But yeah, I do what I want, and that's kind of gonna set the theme for this entire episode of Skyrim. Because here's the thing. So... Alright, you know what? Here. I don't want to just, like, hop around in a circle like I do, because otherwise that will be the entire fucking episode of this stream. So, what I'm gonna do instead is... Okay, you know what? Yeah, this is what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do Yingville Barrow. But before I do that, let me just pull up my phone and do a quick Google search, because I want to see... let's see, Skyrim, make NPC not hostile. There we go. Let's see. Let's see here. I don't even remember what made them hostile. Was it... Okay, this is, I believe, what we need to do here. So, click on Arniel, and then tell him set a V aggression 0. Okay, that did not work. You, buddy. You know, we're just gonna use the up arrow instead of... Who is it? Who? Janessa! Stop! Oh my... Okay, Janessa, you're the one that's causing the issues. Okay, come on, buddy, please help. Hello, June. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just having to Google how to stop my my follower has just decided to attack the people at the college, and so several of the college NPCs are hostile, and I don't know how to stop that from happening. So, and I've tried console commands, so here's what I'm gonna do. Load quick save? Yeah, no, that's not gonna work because the quick save is where they were hostile. Like, they were hostile last time I played the game when I dropped a save. No, we're not gonna do any of that. What we're gonna do is I'm just gonna fast travel. Let's like fast travel to Shrine of Azura or something. And then, okay, where's Janessa? Why did Janessa not fast travel with me? She couldn't be dead. There's no way she's dead. I don't know, I guess we just fast travel back to Winterhold and hope that fixed it. Okay, there's Janessa. Now let's head back up to the college and hopefully things should be fine. I don't even remember what the friendly fire was that caused it, but yeah, there was some friendly fire that happened last time that apparently caused some significant NPCs to aggro. Looks like we're in the clear. Yeah, Arniel's fine. Everyone looks perfectly fine. Okay, good. Thank fucking God. Alright, where are my skill levels at? Because I don't think I've trained yet this level. I could put in speech. That might not be awful. Actually, can they train you past level 90? I don't think they can. Anyway. Last time we wrapped up the College of Winterhold quest line and became the Archmage. Oh my fucking God! No! 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 Jesus fucking... Are you serious? Are you serious? Oh my God. Okay, Janessa. Set aggression 0. Beralda, set aggression 0. Oh my God, why did that not work? Okay, you know what? Fuck the college. Fuck the college. I don't need to do anything more with them, okay? The college can go screw themselves, okay? You've outcast your own Archmage because my fucking follower... I don't know if it... Who's striking the first... Enthier's fine. Enthier's perfectly chill.
Archmage triumphant. The college, Skyrim, all of Tamriel owes you a great debt.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Who did you kill? Who was it? Janessa? Janessa. Who the fuck did you just kill? Okay, no, we're loading that autosave. Janessa. What the fuck is wrong with you? We need to get you into like counseling or some shit. Okay, well we can wait, which means we can fast travel. You know what? We're just not gonna go back to the college ever. Like, for the rest of life. For the rest of time, we will not be going back to the college. I don't know, that may or not be true. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Anyway, we're back home. How's our carry weight looking? We got 100 pounds to spare. We are fine. It's 6 p.m. I don't really feel like collecting all the wheat and going uptown to sell, so I'm just going to find wherever the hell my steward is, collect my money, and we will be on our way. Seriously, where is my steward? Is she maybe inside? Could be inside.
What do you want, cat?
Yeah, there she is.
Someone who can get
Give me my
very good
profits. There we go. Nothing too fantastic, but whatever. I don't actually care. I have enough money to like buy all the houses and shit. Anyway, so plan for today is we're gonna do the Yingville Barrow, and I don't know, maybe one other side quest, maybe not. But you know what? I think we're gonna walk our way there. Cause, you know, yeah, we'll just walk our way there. It'll be fine. I am going to take a sleep.
You're home. Can I get a few gold to spend? Please?
Sure, here you go. Just have whatever the fuck you
You're
want.
the best. Thanks.
I'm the best mom ever. That'll be me if I ever have any kids and they're just like, hey, can I have an allowance? And I'll just be like, sure, whatever the fuck you want, just take my entire wallet. That's why I'm never gonna have kids. I mean, never say never, but like, I don't know. I can't be trusted. Let's see, so this takes us to 10 o'clock. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5:30 seems fine. I mean, like, I am a teacher, so I kind of already am in charge of a few of them, but it's a different
Hello,
thing.
my love. Back from some adventure, I bet.
Anyway. So, let's leave. We're gonna head outside, and yeah, so it is 5:30. So, you know, pretty dark outside, but what can you say? Anyway. And I'm not gonna take Loki. just because fuck it. I don't know. We'll just do this all on foot. So, yeah, I think it's about time we have a little bit of a chat about a few things. There's a few things that that's also true. Yeah, let's have a chat about a few things, because like I said at the start, yes, I started late, and fuck you, I'm not gonna apologize, I do what I want. Okay, I was wondering if there would be a dragon that would ever appear. Although this dragon doesn't seem to be aggressive, but we're... I can't be bothered. So anyway, yeah, I started the stream saying, hey, you know what, I do whatever the fuck I want. So that kind of leads to the main point that I want to have a discussion about here, which is essentially the future of this channel. So I kind of hold myself to certain standards. So, like, you know, if I do nothing at all, one thing that I will do is I'll always stream every Sunday at the same time, and like I also made a promise way back when that, like, the Elder Scrolls will always be a part of this channel. And so, like, the obvious conclusion there is, well, if there's only one guaranteed stream every single week, and the game that you and the franchise that you've made dedicated to your channel to is the Elder Scrolls, and you're currently doing a Skyrim playthrough, then obviously, oh, here's an old orc we can beat the shit out of.
I am waiting for a good death.
Yes, I know you are.
Yes. Were I to simply lay... Are you sure about this?
Let's do this.
We shall see. Never should have come here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I didn't even provide you the good death. That was all Janessa. Anyway, yeah, so I did kind of make kind of a commitment at one point saying, you know, I'm always gonna stream at least one day a week, and the Elder Scrolls will always be a part of the channel, and as there's a current Let's Play of Skyrim, you know, that's pretty much what's always going to be the case. It's like every week you can kind of guarantee Skyrim. But, and you may have noticed this, even without me making any announcements, that has not been the case recently. I've played Skyrim a few days, but on a lot of days I've been playing, like, Sea of Thieves, you know, and I think... So, first I'm going to address a problem. The problem with why I'm not playing Skyrim. And that problem is that we've hit the brick wall point in every Skyrim playthrough that I always have to face. It's basically, I have now achieved everything that I could possibly hope to achieve in my playthrough. Like, my character build is as good as it can be minus like a few perks. Like there's some perk points that I could shove into various places, but like I already have the best armor that I'm ever going to have for the rest of the game. Since this character build is unarmed, there aren't any weapons that I could do to make myself better. I am as good as I will ever get, meaning there is no more room for improvement. And therefore, I just kind of lose the drive to keep playing. Because here's the thing, even though I've reached my ultimate goal of being like the ultimate superpowered mega, I can beat the shit out of everyone with my fists, there's a lot of quests that we still have yet to do. Even if we were to take out all the side quests, we still have yet to visit Windhelm, where I think like the major quest associated with that city is Blood on the Ice, and we still have yet to visit Markarth, for which the major quest associated with that is the Forsworn Conspiracy. Not to mention on top of those... Oh, here's a fucking thief. Alright, you know what?
Alright, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish.
Are you sure you want to tango with me?
Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning to you.
Yeah, no, go fuck yourself. Yeah, so... Yeah, there's still like 2 major quests associated with cities that I have yet to do. Not to mention there's still like a few handful of quests that I can do at the College of Winterhold, although I don't know if I'll actually be able to do those or not, because it's entirely possible Janessa may have just made those characters perpetually aggro. But then there's also the Thieves Guild, and yeah, I still have yet to do, like, finish the Thieves Guild, and then there's the Dark Brotherhood quest line, and then there's the DLC, you know. Oh. Hello, Bean and Boone. It's been a while. How are you? How have you been? I've been doing pretty good myself. Yeah, someone's performed the Black Sacrament, yada yada, whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, so... Essentially, yeah, there's, like, the Windhelm quest, the Markarth quest, and then... Ah, I see. Jenny Kitten 78, thank you for the follow. Oh, just a random bone wolf has spawned. Okay. Okay, Janessa. Janessa cannot be trusted around anyone. Janessa just murdered a guard. Like, how is she doing any friendly fire at all? It's not like she has like AoE magic attacks. She's just using swords. Janessa just has a bloodlust that cannot be sated. She just needs to kill. God damn it, Janessa, what am I gonna do with you? Well, anyway, okay, you done? I guess you're done. Yeah, point being, I don't know, like, there's more to do in the game. There's also the Civil War. I haven't done the Civil War, and there's like 2 entire DLC, and then there's also the main quest, which we're actually kind of pretty close to being done with the main quest. There's just a lot more to do in game. And that's kind of the problem, because we've hit peak, like, existence. We've hit our peak. We cannot make a better character. So what do I do? So this is a conundrum that I refer to as the Skyrim conundrum. It can pretty much be applied to any game that has any degree of replayability, and anytime you delve into a game that has more than one, like, that's more than just your first playthrough of that game. Which is essentially something, and this thing can be different for everyone, is kind of playing as a blocker for you. Like, it makes you lose interest in the game that you were playing the entire time. It makes you just kind of, I don't want to say give up, but essentially give up on the playthrough. So I have hit that point. This does not mean the end of Skyrim on this channel. Skyrim will be back. I will do bits and pieces more of this playthrough along the way. I know there's also a bunch of like interesting mod quests that are worth trying, all sorts of different stuff, but yeah, I think this is going to be the last Skyrim stream for a while, and I do want to talk about what's up next for the channel. But before I do that, I do need to take a break. I know that stream's only been on for 30 minutes, but I forgot to use the bathroom before I started the stream, so we're gonna take a quick break. I'll be right back. So enjoy the ad. And we are back. Now that business has been taken care of, I can actually focus on what I'm saying and doing. So, yeah, with that big revelation that we will be shelving Skyrim for the foreseeable future, what does that mean for this channel? Well, number one, Sea of Thieves is a game that I've been playing on and off as like instead of Skyrim. And that's not necessarily going to completely replace.
Greetings, sister. You look
Yeah,
weary.
you're just selling skooma. I'm not interested. Yeah, so Sea of Thieves is like, it's not going to be the complete replacement, but it will be a game that we'll be revisiting from time to time. That said, I have a few other things lined up in mind. So first off, in a few weeks, it will be my birthday. My birthday is May 3rd, and I will be holding a streamathon event May 4th and May 5th, where I'll be playing a new game that is coming out like next week, Jedi Survivor. Now, if you recall, a year ago, for my birthday, I did a 24-hour stream wherein I beat Jedi Fallen Order in a single stream. Also broke my record for the longest stream ever of 24 hours. It wasn't a perfect continuity. There were a few breaks throughout the stream, so I did have to, like, the actual video recording of it isn't 24 straight hours, but still, we'll call it 24 hours. That is my streaming record. It is not on YouTube, by the way. YouTube kind of got mad at the fact that one of the parts is over 12 hours long. And I was too lazy to bother, like, restarting my stream, well, I was too lazy to stitch those together, for one, and number two, I was too lazy to split them apart so that I could upload them to YouTube. You can, however, still watch them. I have saved all 3 parts of that 24-hour marathon stream to my Twitch channel as highlights. So if you're interested, you can just go to my Twitch channel, and they're right there. Disclaimer, if you do go and watch those, it does, the stream did involve a person who at the time was my partner and is now my ex, so it's a little bit hard for me to, like, go back and think about that stream, but, you know, such is life. We're here for a short good time, not a long time. Anyway, yeah, I don't want to, like, get all down about it, but, point being, yeah, the main point that I'm getting to with that is the fact that, yeah, this is kind of, going to be a revisiting of that, except it'll be a little bit more controlled, because number one, it will not be 24 straight hours. I am not that masochistic. I am in my late 20s, or mid 20s right now, but I guess technically after my birthday it'll be late 20s. Yeah, I'm an old person. I can't do all-nighters anymore. That just doesn't do it for me. My body cannot just function if I force it to stay awake for 24 hours. I need my beauty sleep. So, what I'll be doing instead of a 24-hour stream is I'll do 2 back-to-back marathon streams. So, like, one stream will be like, yeah, one stream will be like me playing, come on. Yeah, so, like, it'll be one stream, and then I'll end for the day, take the rest of the evening to unwind, and then we'll come back to the stream a little bit later. I've set that I'm going to be streaming for 8 hours for both those days, so that will be 16 hours in total. That is not a guarantee, that is just an estimate. It is entirely possible that I will feel too worn out, like, after the first few hours of, like, doing day 1, and then we'll have to, like, retire after only 4.5 hours. If that's the case, it's fine. We'll live with it. It's not the end of the world. Number 2, do not expect me to finish the stream, to finish the game during the streamathon. It's unlike Jedi Fallen Order, which I had played before, and I kind of already knew what I was doing for the most part. Jedi Survivor is a brand new game. It's not even out yet. So I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea when the ending is, or, like, how long the game is. So essentially, like, yeah, don't expect me to finish the game during the streamathon. Furthermore, another thing I have to make a disclaimer of: the streamathon, it's entirely possible that I won't even be able to play the game, because it is a brand new game, a AAA title release. Oh fuck, I forgot I had Dragon Rend on. Ooh. I guess I'll take that. Yeah, it's a brand new AAA game, meaning I have no guarantee that my computer will actually be able to stream it. If that is the case, I do have a backup plan. But we're gonna try. We'll try, give it a go, and, you know, see how it all works out. I will be... During the streamathon, I will be having kind of a subathon, kind of a tipathon, kind of a donathon. I don't know exactly the best way to communicate it, but essentially I'll be working off of a point system. So instead of me being like, hey, like, we're just doing a 24-hour stream. No, not 24. Yeah, instead of it just being like, oh, we're only working off of subs, which is what I did the last time I did the subathon a year ago. Yeah, instead of doing that, what I'm going to be doing is a kind of all of the above. So I'll explain this more in detail. I'll try to figure out a way to explain it as succinctly as possible in for Twitter. But essentially we'll be working on a point system. So the goal of the stream will be to reach 100 points, and in order to earn points, one sub will count as 1 point, or a tier 3 sub will count as 3 points, a tier 2 sub counts as 2 points, etc, etc. And similarly, the equal number of tips that you give me will also count towards that. So if you tip me like $5, that will be 1 point because that is the equivalent of 1 sub. If you tip me, say, actually no, we're gonna go this way instead of, because there's actually a lighthouse that I still have yet to visit. Yeah, if you tip me, say, like, yeah, these will not carry over, by the way, if you do not tip me on a multiple of 5. So, say you tip me $12, that's worth 2 points because a tier 2 sub is worth 2 points, and that's about $10. Ooh. What is this? What's this? What is this? This is my reindeer now. Fuck you bitches. I have no fucking clue what this is. I mean, it's clearly from the, whatchamacallit, you know what, Anniversary Edition. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's clearly a thing for Anniversary Edition, but I don't know. How do I make this mine? Anyway, yeah, no, so just to simplify things and make it so that things don't have to carry over, I am not going to, if you tip, say, $12, those $2 will not carry over. A $12 tip will be worth the same exact amount as, say, a $2 tip. As Moonstone. I don't care about Moonstone. No, that's the opposite of what I was saying. Also, did you see that deer just fall out of the sky? That was interesting. Yeah, the deer just spawned in the air and dropped down. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, so... Anyway, yeah, so... That's kind of how it'll work. Is... 1 sub will be 1 point, $5 will be... 5 points, but... Yeah. No, $5 will be 1 point, 1 sub will be 1 point. Also do keep in mind that tipping actually gives me more of the money. If you sub, I only get half of that money, the rest of the money goes to Twitch. However, if you sub, you do gain access to emotes, so it's kind of up. I'll leave that decision up to you. But yeah, by the way, welcome to the lighthouse. A very hidden away location that I don't believe anyone ever sends you to. This is just a quest that you have to find on your own. And I think it's a very interesting quest. You know, it's a lighthouse, for one, which there aren't that many lighthouses in Skyrim at all. So that alone makes it distinct. Number 2, it's just kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. Number 3, it has a very interesting story for the questline, and number 4, it actually has a unique reward at the very end. So, yeah, we're gonna do Frostflow Lighthouse. Also, the thing I have to say about this location is it does something that I don't think enough people give Skyrim credit for, or Bethesda in general, like for other games that Bethesda has made. Not like people discredit Bethesda in spite of the fact that they reward you for going out of your own way and exploring. Like, no city will send you to this location. You just have to stumble across it yourself and come away with a unique reward and everything. It's actually kind of cool that it exists. But yeah, let's do some journal reading. I'll get back to explaining the details of the streamathon later. After years of sailing from Hammerfell to Solstheim and back, Ramadi and I have finally saved enough money to buy that old lighthouse we spotted on the coast, and we are moving in next month. These Nords really know how to live. It may be cold, but you can't beat the tranquility of watching icebergs to live out your silver years. Ramadi loves the place too, despite the occasional leaky ceiling. Mani and Sudi, unfortunately, seem miserable here. I know the kids are old enough to strike out on their own, but I hope they'll grow to love the place, to love the peace and quiet here as well. Mani and Sudi continue to bicker and harass each other, and they seem to have started in on their mother as well. Ramadi keeps finding things missing from the cellar. Sudi said she heard a noise down there, but Mani just thinks their mother is going mad from isolation. The very thought of it is ridiculous. She's always wanted to retire here. Sudi keeps saying that she hears scratching coming from the cellar at night. I think she's just trying to get her mother's goat, but I'd better head into town to get a few traps just in case it's skeevers. Should only take a couple of days. I just hope these two go easy on Ramadi while I'm gone. Oh gods. Oh gods, why? I returned home to find my beautiful Ramadi killed and this horrible bug-like creature ransacking our home. I managed to kill the damn thing. I think it might be a Daedra. I've never seen anything like it. Oh gods. Poor Ramadi. It must have come out of the cellar. I'm going down there and locking the door behind me to make sure they don't escape. I don't know if I'll make it out, but I have to save my family. Habd. So, yeah. I don't know why she's naked. Like, I don't know, maybe the Charis came while she was asleep and didn't have any clothes on. But yeah, we've got ourselves a Charis infestation. These people moved here trying to retire and just live out their silver years in bliss. And, well, as it turns out, it wasn't the best place to move into because it turns out there's a entire dungeon leading down south. Anyway, let's take the amethyst and the thingy and the other thingy. You know, help ourselves to some loot. And then, Sudi, you were one of the children. I hate it here. Why do we have to move to Skyrim anyway? I miss the big port cities. There's always something to do and new people around. Or even being cabin girl on one of those ships we used to sail on would be better than this. Monty says we should run away, but I can't leave mother and father alone out here. What to do? We've been here for 2 months now, and there is nothing to do. From the top of the lighthouse, we can see all the way to the college at Winterhold, but Father says that magic is for Daedra worshippers. The only interesting thing to have happened lately is that Mother snapped at us at dinner and accused us of stealing things out of the cellar. I did hear scratching down there the other night, but I thought it was just Father cleaning fish. I caught Monty in the cellar a couple days ago, going through some of the barrels and crates. At first I thought it was him all along making those scratches to play a trick on me, but I heard them again last night and Monty was in bed. Father finally said he would go get some traps and poison from town in case it's skeevers. I'm really scared. It doesn't sound like skeevers to me. Monty won't listen. He thinks I'm just making up the noises and keeps sneaking into the cellar. Oh, why is he so stupid sometimes? I don't know why he keeps going down there, but I found the cellar key he copied and hidden Mother's favorite keepsake, so he won't find it. The scratching is getting louder. Alrighty, and then let me just get me some candlelight going here real quick so I can actually see. No. I'm getting my button combinations all mixed up. Then we've got Monty's letter down here. Sudi, I know you've been making up that stuff about the noises in the basement to try to get me to stay, but I've only but I'm only waiting till father gets home so you and mother are safe. You could always come meet up with me before I head back to Hammerfell. Take care of yourself, little sister, Monty. Yeah, so... Is there any more reading to do? I believe maybe. We will see. Yes, Ramadi's journal. This is the mother. We finally did it. We bought the lighthouse. I thought Hobbs was just making idle promises all these years. What husband doesn't want to promise their wife the 2 moons from the sky? But I didn't think we'd actually manage to get it. Now if I could only find where we put everything. I can't find my favorite cooking pot, and it is slightly infuriating. Sudi and Monty seem unhappy, but they're still young and don't seem to understand that we just want to spend a few more years with them before they leave us to see the world. I know they think their father will live forever, but I see his age creeping into his eyes. He made me promise again that when he died, I would put his bones in the lighthouse fire so he could look out over the ocean forever. Oh, these two get to me sometimes. I went to unpack some of our keepsakes from the trading ships we used to sail, but I can't find them. Sudi says she's hearing something in the basement at night, and Monty suggested it was skeevers. They know I hate skeevers. Now I'm too scared to go down there at all. I'm glad I unpacked my favorite urn and put it safely on the mantle before those two started causing mischief. If they put a skeever in the basement, I swear. So yeah, I believe that is all the journals to read here. There's also a restoration skill book if you have not read that one yet. So there's an urn. Ah yes, we've also got a torch bug in a jar. Here's the urn, and the urn has the key. I am not going to be taking that key because I would like to do some lock picking instead. So yeah, just interesting little quest location that uses a little bit of environmental storytelling. It also leaves a few journals. Just, yeah, like, people give Bethesda a lot of shit, and a lot of it is deserved, but there is one thing, like, this is a very detailed quest that's just kind of out of the way. Like, the only way to get to this quest is explore. There we go, we unlocked the cellar, and what are we gonna find down here, I wonder? So now, back to talking about the streamathon. So I've talked about subs and tips, but there's one third option, and this money does not go to me. The option number 3 will be for you to make a donation to any trans or LGBT community charity organization of your choosing. And yeah, the money does not go to me. You will have to send a receipt, like just a screenshot of it in the DMs. You can even cover up your name. I don't care. I just want to see the amount and what the charity organization is. Because some charity organizations claim to be pro-LGBT, but they actually turn out to like be exclusionary of the T or whatever. So there's some to watch out for, and those I will not count towards. Yeah, I will not count those towards the Streamathon goal. But any of those sorts of donations will be double points. So, like, if a $5 tip to me counts as 1 point, a $5 donation to a charity organization will be 2 points. A $10 tip will be 4 points, $10 donation I mean, and so on and so forth. This can be any charity organization you want. If there's a favorite one that you want to support, then yeah. I will, however, have one organization, actually 2 organizations. There will be 2 organizations that I can at least recommend. And those I'll include in the details. Here's Monty, by the way, one of the kids. Yeah, I'll include those in the details when I write out all the details to the Streamathon and how that'll work. But yeah, the 2 organizations I would recommend supporting are the Trevor Project and Planned Parenthood. Those are 2 very solid organizations that put in a lot of work helping people, like helping people with trans lives and just trying to survive in this hellhole of a world that we live in. So yeah, those 2 automatic okays. Anything else though, if you do want to support something else that is meaningful to you, like maybe you live in Florida and there's a Florida specific organization, I will happily look over that and count those points towards that total. But yeah, regardless, I'm going to need to see proof of the donation and the amount. But that said, yeah, so that's kind of my idea for how the Streamathon is gonna work. You know, I will... Hang on. Do I have a quest active? There we go. Find the source of the murders. That's gonna be very helpful. Okay. Yeah, so that, I think, explains things fairly well. But that was more of just a tangent, leading into the main point that I'm trying to get to, which is, what are we going to do if Skyrim is now being shelved? Apart from Sea of Thieves, we also have Jedi Survivor. So whatever I do not finish during the Streamathon, I will go ahead and play that game to completion on stream. Also, I've been avoiding any discussion about Jedi Survivor as much as possible. It's kind of hard to do, especially on Reddit. Like, on Twitter, I can just mute words, and that's fine and easy. But I've been opening Reddit a lot recently, and one of the subreddits that I follow is the Jedi Fallen Order subreddit, and obviously they're filled with discussion about the new game. It is not out yet, so like I don't think they can spoil anything, but I do want to at least leave a number of surprises for myself. That said, there is one thing that I saw on that sub. It was a poll asking like what your go-to like weapon of choice is going to be when you play the game, and I don't know if this is actually a thing or if they're just saying this. But so obviously in Jedi Fallen Order you have your regular lightsaber, your double-bladed lightsaber. Well, like, it is a double-bladed, but like a lot of the times you can just have only one of the blades ignited and it'll function as a single-bladed. And then you also have like your dual wielding, where basically you break the lightsaber apart, and it's not a like long-term thing. You can't just dual wield eternally. It's just part of a combo, but it's still a cool thing, and I love dual wielding lightsabers. I love the entire concept of it. It's one of the reasons why Ahsoka had my favorite fighting style out of all the Jedi. It was because like she dual wielded and was a badass. So it may or may not be a possible thing that they're planning on including in Jedi Survivor, to like perpetually dual wield. I'm not actually sure if that's going to be a thing or not, but it was on the poll. And then the final thing, this caught my attention, was Blaster. It sounds to me like they may be making a quest, or not a quest, they may make it as a thing where you can wield a blaster in the game, which would be so super cool. And furthermore, this will be my go-to if the option is presented to me, would be having a blaster in one hand and having a lightsaber in the other. Even if that's not an option, I still think the entire concept is really cool that you might be able to switch to a blaster. Because here's the thing, one of my favorite characters in all of Star Wars lore, this is part of the Star Wars Legends, which was the expanded universe until Disney declared it non-canon. But one of my favorite characters from Star Wars Legends was Cade Skywalker. He was a very long-term descendant, like we're talking several generations. But yeah, he was a very long-term descendant of Anakin and, you know, Luke and that stuff. No! I don't... Whatever, I guess I'll take the Quicksilver. Yeah, so he's... And his entire deal was, like, he was kind of like a space pirate. Like, the ghosts of his ancestors kept telling him, hey, you have a responsibility to the Force or whatever. And he was just like, no, fuck you guys, I'm gonna do drugs, be a space pirate, and be epic. And so what he did was he just kind of like wielded a lightsaber and a blaster. And I don't know, that was just like a really cool character to me. So if the option does present itself, I will be doing that. But anyway, yeah, so that's one game that I'll be playing to completion. So even if I don't complete it on stream, like during the streamathon, I will definitely complete it as part of just like after the streamathon. Then we've got other stuff. So for those who have been around a while and who are subbed to my YouTube channel and have been for a while, will know that there are several series that I've done in the past and never completed. A few examples of that would be let's see, so there was a playthrough I was doing of Civ 6 that I never completed. There was Fallout New Vegas that I never completed. There was Assassin's Creed 2 that I never completed. And then what else? I feel what's it called? Fire Emblem Engage. Yeah. I never completed any of those games. And currently all of those series are being shelved. It's hard to say if I'll ever go back to complete, like, some of those games, but I do at least want to try. But on top of that, here we go. We got ourselves, like, the Charis Queen or whatever. And down you go. There's Hobbs' Remains and the Lighthouse Key. So yeah, there's a bunch of series that I want to finish. I'm going to have to accept that I will not be able to finish all those series. Oh, Fallout 4, that was another one that I started and never finished. Yeah. And I don't want to overwhelm myself. I don't want to tackle all those series at the same time. I also don't want to force myself to play games that I don't feel motivated to play. So with all that in mind, it's entirely possible that those series will remain shelved perpetually. Skyrim should be in a safe place. Like, I don't see myself not coming back to Skyrim. But definitely those other series, yeah, it's kind of up in the air. I'd say the next most likely series that I'm going to try and put effort into finishing is Fire Emblem Engage, because I do really want to get back to that game. So yeah, I do also want to play other Elder Scrolls games here on stream. One such game is Arena. I think it'd be cool to do a series of Arena, because that game is actually pretty solid. Quite different in a few ways, but you know. Anyway, there we go. We get Sailor's Repose, which is an active effect. Let me see if I can't find. Is it named? Yes, it is. So healing spells cure 10% more. So yeah, just a neat little reward. And the game doesn't even tell you to do that. It's just like you read it in the journals. Like Hobbs said, hey, if I die, please put my remains in the lighthouse fire so I can always oversee, like, you know, the world. And that's what we did. Anyway, that's that dungeon completed. So yeah, so that's one thing. Yeah, it is. It feels good to avenge the family. It's a bit creepy, especially if you don't like Charuses or Falmer. The dungeon isn't terribly long. It's about average. And yeah, it's got a bit of a sad story where this family moved here thinking they'd enjoy their retirement living in a lighthouse overlooking the sea, and they happened to be very unfortunate that there were tunnels underground that led to a Charus nest. But anyway, all that said, yeah, so there's several series that I'll be doing at some point. The main ones that I want to come back to are Fire Emblem Engage and Skyrim. I also want to keep doing Assassin's Creed 2. I just don't know yet how to do that. I need to find time in my schedule. It may be possible that I may need to switch to streaming that one. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. Then, on top of all that, there's some other games that I want to play just in general. Yeah. Yeah, no, needed clip is irregular. So, yeah. But, yeah, then on top of that, there's also other games that I wanted, like, I've been wanting to play for quite some time. Like, yeah, that I want to play on stream. One of them is a game that I've played but never finished. And another one is a game that I've never even touched, but I've heard that it's a really, really good one. So the game that I've played but never finished, and want to get back to, is called Eastshade. Now, I don't think any of you have heard of it. It's a relatively obscure indie game. Basically it's a game about painting. But it's like a survival game. The world is very gorgeous. It's got NPCs. You kind of like make your living by painting and doing stuff. It's kind of hard to explain just without any visual representation, but it's just a gorgeous game with a very quaint premise, and I really want to get back to it and finish it off. That said, the other game that I have planned is The Outer Wilds. That is a game that I've heard so much about, and I have never touched it. And it's one of those games that I always hear. Like, every time I hear anyone mention The Outer Wilds, one thing they make perfectly clear is go into the game blind. So that's what I'll be doing for that. So yeah, the plan is Eastshade and Outer Wilds. Those are two games that I do want to play. I have no idea how long they'll be. And yeah, it's just, I look forward to doing more of that stuff. And again, like I said, Sea of Thieves will just kind of be always on rotation whenever I'm in the mood to do it. And that will be that. So that's essentially the plan for the future of this channel is I will be shelving Skyrim, at least for the time being. And we will come back to it another day when my spark has been relit. But yeah. Anyway, this dungeon, Ying build. So, I know for a fact I've done this dungeon on stream before. The only reason I haven't done it yet in this playthrough is because I actually start, like, my first Skyrim series on this channel was in the middle of a playthrough, and I'd gotten to Yingvild and was doing stuff here. And then I made the decision to actually start a brand new character so that we could start the entire series over from the beginning, and I could kind of like talk about the various things about the game. So yeah, this is actually, fun fact for only those who have been around the longest will probably know, the second time we will be clearing Yingvild on this channel. But, yeah, so... Anyway, yeah, no, this dungeon... That last dungeon was kinda, like, one degree of, you know, interesting, where it was like, oh, hey, we actually, like, defeated, like, yeah, it was one degree of interesting, where it was like, oh, hey, we avenged this family that had moved into this home expecting to live the rest of their lives in retired bliss, and they got killed by yeah, and they ended up getting killed. This is a dungeon with a very different tone, and in a lot of ways is a lot darker. The final boss of this area is scum. He is a horrible person. We will find out in the journals what exactly I mean by that. And killing him, removing him from this world, will be doing the entire world a service. Yeah. When Captain America throws her mighty shield. Anyway, so time to find out who this fucker is that we're about to bring justice to. Arundel. So, day 1. It seems the cretins of Dawnstar are not quite as foolish as I had surmised. They found my experimentations, and needless to say, were not pleased with what they saw. No matter. My work can only flourish without the distractions of living amongst the unenlightened. I found a cave off to the north coast of Skyrim that will be more than sufficient for continuing my studies. The ruins of Yingvild should hold the materials I need to learn more about reanimating and enslaving the dead. On a personal note, I will miss the young maidens of Dawnstar. Such beauty was intoxication. I often found my thoughts wandering around them, imagining secret encounters between myself and one or two of the local girls. So, yeah, this guy was living in Dawnstar. They cast him out. He was like, fuck you guys, good riddance, peace, I will not miss you. And yeah, he had creepy thoughts about some of the local maidens, but yeah, a lot of his work was related to necromancy, you know, raising the dead and enslaving them, which we're seeing here. We're seeing ghosts and Draugr. So, let's continue. Oh, sorry, Janessa. Alright, there we go. That is another ghost dead. Put to rest, really. We're putting these ghosts to rest because they do not deserve this. Alright, let's see. Is there another journal here? I feel like that might actually be the Skyrim exit, now that I think about it. Also, my voice is starting to go, which is not a good sign considering that I plan to stream for like 16 non-consecutive hours in a couple weeks. Yeah, that's probably a good idea, Jeremy. I'll hydrate. I'll probably take some intermittent breaks here and there. But yeah, yeah, I don't know, I guess I'm just not really that used to talking this much for long periods of time. Anyway, there we go, you've been dealt with. I'll take your shit. I don't need that black soul gem. Alright, let's see. Is this journal number 2? Yes, it is. Okay, good. So, journal number 2. Let's learn more about Arundel. Day 8. So, it's been a little bit over a week since his exile. I have established a temporary workstation in the cold caves and have found multiple burial chambers within the snow and ice. While in the first chamber, I exhumed a few test subjects, all female. I was stunned to find myself wandering again to the women of Dawnstar as I examined my find. At first, I was slightly disturbed by my thoughts, but later I found myself reevaluating. Yeah, that's true, Jeremy. Like, back in the day when I was streaming like 5 days a week, I could very easily handle it, but these days I'm only like streaming for long periods of time like once a week, and I don't even really do all that much heavy talking while at work, despite the fact that I'm teaching. So it really is like, yeah, it takes some endurance building. Anyway, day 9. The first trials went splendidly. Each subject was reanimated in a state of total complacency, bending to my every task and whim. I have ordered a few of my new servants to guard the island, while the rest will act as my personal entourage, standing by me at all times, standing watch over me while I sleep. So, yeah, this guy had creepy thoughts about the young women over in Dawnstar. And in this dungeon, he exhumed a few corpses of long dead women, female Draugr, which, so it's not really represented that well since the Draugr Death Lords kind of all look the same, but if you do look closely, all the Draugr are female. This was a female Draugr Death Lord right here. So, yeah. The dude was a bit of a creep. And he enslaved women. They may have been dead, but still enslaving. So let's see how far this rabbit hole goes. Day 21. So this was about like 2 weeks after the last journal. And 20 days since his exile. An intriguing development. Tonight, my guards have brought me a trespasser they found near the cave. At first, I was understandably upset. Not only was I disturbed during one of my few moments alone with my favorite servant, but I recognized the trespasser as a milkmaid from Dawnstar. She remembered me as well, and made bold claims that I had been lurking near her at all hours. What lies. True, I had taken notice of her on occasion, but she was nowhere near the most noticeable of the maidens in town. Her continuous accusations, coupled with my fear of more uninvited guests, led me to conclude that she could never return to Dawnstar. My servants were quick to carry out my sentencing. Her body is here next to me, as I write this. Funny. Her eyes are still so full of life. Perhaps I will try a new experiment tonight, using fresher materials. Yeah. So, a woman from Dawnstar showed up.
I do not envy those creatures.
Not only did he insult her, like, beauty by saying, she wasn't even, like, one of the pretty ones. This dude has female Draugr sex slaves, fantasizes about the women in Dawnstar, and then, like, yeah, he just, like, oh my god. And then he, like, has to get all, like, he has to go so far as to, like, insult how good someone looks. Like, this dude is literally an incel. Like, he is the embodiment of all incels, with, if you just throw in a little bit of necrophilia. Yeah. I'm about to rid the world of this scum. Anyway, let's continue deeper into the dungeon, because we're actually pretty close to the end. That is him right there. You see him sitting right there on his throne. So, buddy. And yeah, you hear that line of dialogue he just said? So that changes, I believe, based on your character's gender. If you play your character as a male, I believe he is just like, oh, hey, you're intruding, I need to kill you. If you're playing a female character, he says, and I quote, "Another plaything to my collection." Yeah, no. He can go fuck himself. Good riddance, Arundel. You will not be missed. Anyway, and here is a ghost that was sleeping in his bed because he liked to sleep with the ghosts of these women. Oh my fucking god. Oh, and we got a new spell. Great. Awesome. Fun. Conjure Haunting Spirit. Oh yeah, this is also where we can find another one of the Stones of Baron Zaya, and look at that, we are halfway there. Anyway, we also have the final journal. Day 28, so it's been 4 weeks since his exile, about a week since the last journal. The new experiment has proven a success. The milkmaid, whose name still escapes me, was revived as the others, bowing to my commands, with only one interesting development. She is reformed incorporeally, more phantasm than reanimated dead. As her glowing visage stood before me, I found my hand reaching out to touch her. As my fingers passed through her, I felt a sensation unlike any other, as if her essence were invigorating my very soul, connecting with me on a level no woman of flesh and blood could do. This discovery is life-changing. Day 35, so like a week and a half after, no, yeah, about a week and a half after the last entry. I've ordered my older servants to go out and find any more subjects that may have become lost. With the discovery of the inner sanctum deeper still within Yingvild, I should have sufficient room to store many new materials until I can transform them into willing slaves. I look back on my daydreams whilst living in Dawnstar and wonder if they were in fact portents of times to come. Yeah. Good riddance. You will not be missed. Dude is a total creep, and
Don't get too far ahead.
yeah, you can see in there bodies of women. Let's see, I cannot see shit. Let's candlelight. Also, I am aware that I'm a Khajiit and have night vision as a power I can activate. I just never remember to use it. Yep. Just fresh corpses of women. Not decayed, just actual corpses. Also, hang on a minute. I just want to do a little point of comparison here. Just a thing I noticed. Let's do a little bit of side by side. That should probably be good, I think. Look at the size of this skull and look at the size of her head. This skull is like twice the size of a human. So I don't know who that skull belongs to. Anyway, let's leave this place. We have rid the world of Skyrim. gum. And yeah. Let's see, any final treasures before we're done? Are we back? I hate when that happens. There's literally no indication. OBS does not tell me that it's crashed or anything. Just only I have no idea why it's doing that. I really need to resolve that issue. I don't know what I can do to fix that. But it sure isn't fun. I certainly don't love the fact that I really have no idea how to fix it at all. Also, I can't play Skyrim anymore. Skyrim may need to close. Oh, great, I don't actually have access to the mouse. So I cannot Control-Alt-Delete. I hate this. This is the worst thing ever. Yeah, no, my mouse is just fucked off. What the fuck? Give me... Yeah, Control-Shift-Escape. What? Oh my god. I'm sorry for losing my temper, but this is just so infuriating. Control shit. Yes, close program. Give me my fucking mouse back. Like, my mouse is not non-existent. My mouse does not exist. I can't do anything. I can't even end the stream because I don't have a fucking mouse. I hate this. I can't stream anymore. I can't stream anymore these days. Streaming just does not work at all. Just I try to stream Skyrim, a game from like fucking like 10 years ago, and my laptop can't handle it. This does not bode well for me trying to stream a brand new AAA release in a few weeks. This does not bode well at all. I hate this. I hate my life. I hate everything. Great. Well, that's the end of the stream, everyone. Thank you for showing up, and I hope to see you next week, where hopefully I can get Jedi Survivor to work. Hopefully I can figure out how to resolve this issue where just the stream just crashes and it doesn't fucking tell me. It doesn't, there's no notification or anything. Like, it's one thing if I'm streaming and then there's a pop-up and OBS says OBS is disconnected, like that. Okay. Like, I don't know how to fix it, but that's at least a notification that the stream is down, and therefore I had to draw my attention to it. This, I don't know how to deal with. I don't know when the stream is down until chat tells me that the stream is down. I'm sorry for losing my temper. This is just really infuriating. And I don't know how to fix it. Like, it's entirely possible there is no fix. It's possible that the fix is to just give up on streaming, because my laptop just physically cannot handle streaming for 2 fucking hours playing a game that is 10 years old. I hate this. Like, how do I Google this issue? Like, why does my stream keep crashing? I don't know. Like, I have a feeling there's gonna be a bajillion different answers, and none of them are actually going to be my issue. Yeah. Hopefully I can get this resolved within the next 2 weeks. if I can't, I'm just gonna try and roll with it. Because I do want the streamathon to be a success. But goddamn, does this cause me so much extra stress in my life that I just do not need. I hate my laptop. I want to be back home with my desktop and be able to stream games. That's all I want. That's if I could have one wish. Say a genie appeared and gave me one wish. It would be that I could have my desktop again. Because that was designed to be better than this fucking piece of trash that I call a laptop. It's a gaming laptop too. It's designed for gaming. It's just probably not designed for streaming. But oh my god. It just causes me so much pain and stress and anger. Oh no, I have the mouse again. I was able to do that when a pop-up on Skyrim showed up that Skyrim has stopped working, and I just hit enter, and then it closed Skyrim and gave me my mouse back, but I just want to know, how am I going to resolve this issue? Can I resolve this issue in the next 2 weeks? So that's it for the stream, I guess. Not how I wanted to send it off, but you can't always get what you want. Sometimes life kicks you in the balls, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah. Thank you for coming to the stream. Watch this space for updates on the streamathon. Once I finish ironing out those details and figuring out how to explain them in a succinct way that makes sense for, like, Twitter. With character limits and all that. Here are my links if you want to support me. And that's all I have to say. I'm gonna find someone to raid. And yeah. I don't know, like, if you know how to stop this from happening, if you know how to stop my stream from just stopping randomly without telling me that stopped, or stopping it from happening in the first place, like, be my guest. I'm open to any suggestions. But I don't think you can. I doubt that anyone watching this stream right now has any idea how to fix this. But yeah. Thank y'all for watching. That is it for Skyrim for now. Skyrim, as of right now, will be shelved. And we will revisit again another day. And hopefully that day will be a day in which I can actually stream it without the stream crashing. So, we're going to raid Mathis. Not been to one of his streams in a while. Here is our raid message. If you're subscribed to me, you can have access to the heart emote. And yeah, see you next time, whenever that is, whatever that is. And hopefully I can resolve this issue. Peace.